Hey crypto tubers, what's going on? Jimmy J aka Cryptographic. Just wanted to give you guys a quick call. Merry Christmas to everybody, whatever date it is. I'm not sure where you are. It's the 22nd here in Australia. I think it's the 21st over there in the US. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're already hanging out with family, having fun, getting ready for Christmas, or you got good family time planned for Christmas. So I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about the whole war that's been going on with Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin pretty much since inception. And as I'm sure you guys are all already aware, I mean, it's pretty much old news now. It's a couple of days old that the co-founder of Bitcoin.com, whose name is Emil Oldenburg, sold all his Bitcoins for Bitcoin Cash. And he's saying that Bitcoin Cash is, the way to go, and Bitcoin's a highly risky investment, and Bitcoin's going to die, and blah blah blah. I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on it. Take it as you will. As usual, the usual disclaimers apply. This is not financial advice, all that stuff. It's just one man's opinion. But frankly, from my point of view, when I look at Bitcoin Cash and when I look at the way that it started and the way that they have conducted themselves, Roger Ver and the team have conducted themselves since its inception, I really feel, I just get an overwhelming feeling from Bitcoin Cash that it's a project that's been created with a view to bringing personal gain for a certain group of people. These guys want to take over Bitcoin. They want to change the main Bitcoin over to Bitcoin Cash and use it for their own personal gain. And they are not afraid to use the media for blatant market manipulation. I mean, you look at things like an announcement like that Emil Oldenburg guy, selling all his Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash and making it so public, and then you see this huge pump in Bitcoin Cash, and you know that a lot of people made a lot of money off that pump and then sold, and then a lot of younger, more novice, less experienced investors would have lost a lot of money trying to chase that Bitcoin Cash price as it was up at its at the top of that peak, and then it crashed on them. So ultimately, I think that what's going on with Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin is harmful to the network, is harmful to the image of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to the rest of the world. I hold a bit of Bitcoin Cash. I hold a bit of Bitcoin Cash purely for financial reasons, just because I want to have a bit on hand for whatever financial gains I can make out of it. But financial gains are only one way of looking at this whole situation, and the main thing that I'm looking at and the main thing that I think about when I look at these things is the underlying technology, and how the underlying technology is going to affect the world, is going to affect our futures. Yeah? So, look, I really feel that Bitcoin has, with adopting SegWit and the whole fork that happened with Bitcoin Cash, where they disagreed with SegWit and they wanted increased block size and blah, blah, blah. I'm not denying that Bitcoin and the Bitcoin network has some serious issues that need to be resolved. I mean, it's too damn expensive even just to move your coins right now. Yeah? But I think that it's quite clear now, and I think it's probably the majority consensus, that Bitcoin has evolved from Satoshi Nakamoto originally conceiving it to be a peer-to-peer payment system to now being a store of value. And we constantly hear that Bitcoin is digital gold. Bitcoin is the digital version of gold. And when you look at that a little bit more deeply and think of Bitcoin as a version of gold, what do you do with gold? You buy it, you lock it up somewhere, you leave it there and forget about it until miles down the track, when the price increases, and then you rake in profits. It's a store of value. It's no longer meant to be, and I think it has evolved from something that was originally meant to be a payment system now into something that's meant to be a store of value. Yeah, I would say with some confidence that that's the general consensus. Some people may disagree, some people may not, whatever. Anyhow, the title of this video is, Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash, but I think there's a third player, which is really one of the most important players right now that we need to be looking at, and that is Litecoin. Now, Litecoin, most of you guys are going to know Litecoin has had SegWit implemented for ages, and for the longest time, Litecoin has been, it's time-proven, cheap, fast, reliable transfers, and Litecoin's what I've been using pretty much almost since I got in the game to move my funds from COINBASE to Bittrex, or wherever to wherever. I mean, Litecoin has been there for so long, and Charlie Lee is just one hell of a stand-up guy. The creator of Litecoin, Charlie Lee. Even this recent stuff with Charlie Lee selling all his Litecoins, to me, that completely, I trust him fully when he says that he sells them because he doesn't want it to appear there's a conflict of interest. I believe him 100% when he says that, and I believe that the reason he's doing that is because Roger Ver and Emil Oldenburg and all these other Bitcoin Cash guys are very clearly acting in their own interests. They are very clearly using the media and social media to blatantly manipulate the market right in front of everyone's eyes. To any UFC fans out there, you might remember Nick Diaz telling Dana White that he was selling all the fans wolf tickets. They're selling y'all wolf tickets, man, and y'all are buying them all up. That's what Bitcoin Cash, I feel, is doing right now. That's my opinion. Again, people are going to have differing opinions on this, and some people are going to agree. They're going to say, well, Satoshi never intended for blah, 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 and bigger blockchain is what Bitcoin was originally, bigger blocks is what Bitcoin was originally intended to be, and blah, blah, blah. But so far from what I see from Bitcoin Cash, the performance and the advantages are far less than the time-proven, sturdy, solid rock that is Litecoin. So, I mean, personally for myself now, I'm not touching any of my Bitcoin reserves. I'm just leaving them where they are. I trust and I believe fully and wholeheartedly that Bitcoin will work out the issues with the network, and that they will come together and improve problems with fees and transaction times and all the various things that are happening with the Bitcoin network. But I think that in all this, basically, I can't tell you what to do with your own money, but I can tell you that what I'm doing, I'm holding all my Bitcoin. I've got a bit of Bitcoin Cash, but I'm very confident and very bullish on Litecoin. And I will be continuing to invest in Litecoin for the foreseeable future, the same way that I'm investing into LISC, the same way that I'm investing into a few other coins. So, long story short, TLDR, Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. When you think about the war between these two people, this really sort of, it's almost like you could almost compare it to the conversations between the media war between like North Korea and the US, where North Korea is telling all of its citizens all these bullshit stories about this and that, and all these just propaganda and whatever. Depending on which news channel you turn on to, there will be different news, there will be a different point of view, they will be pushing a different version of the story, a different agenda. And look, ultimately I believe it's bad for the crypto community. It's designed to shake things up. It's basically a hostile takeover from the Bitcoin Cash guys, and look, I mean, personally, I don't support them taking over Bitcoin and becoming the #1 cryptocurrency, and I don't believe that will happen. I think Bitcoin will remain the #1 cryptocurrency, but just don't forget Litecoin, guys. All right. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm off to go camping, spend some time in the bush. I'll definitely speak to you guys again while I'm out there. Give you guys a bit of a look at the Australian outback, do some fishing and camping out. It's going to be pretty cool. So Merry Christmas to all of you. Remember, in the description, there's always an invite to the Discord. Yeah, there's always plenty of links of various exchanges, various ways to get started buying Bitcoin if you're a complete beginner. And enjoy your weekend. I'll chat to you soon. JJ Cryptographic. Peace and love.